You're thinking about buying a new webcam and you're trying to figure out if the newish Facecam 4K webcam by Elgato is worth the $200 they're asking for. Well, I just bought this, and the image that you see right now, I have not touched anything. The only thing I made sure is that it's set for 4K 60 frames per second. Other than that, it's default settings, and I did update the firmware before anybody say anything. And I'm gonna give you my impression and my real honest opinion, because usually when we watch those videos, people doing reviews, even though the companies do not pay those content creators, they want to say mainly the good things about the camera. But in this video, I'm going to point out the biggest disappointment that I have with this camera, because I was expecting so much more. I know we can tweak and change settings and whatnot, but the webcam I have before this one is the good old Logitech C920, a camera that came out in 2012, over 10 years ago. And it's 1080p, only 30 frames per second, really old, but man, it does a hell of a good job. So I was expecting, when I got this virtually brand new 4K 60 frames per second camera for $200, I thought I was gonna be blown away. I'm so disappointed. The biggest issue with the camera, it's the noise level. It's too much. The Logitech has the aperture of f2.0, and this Facecam has an aperture of 4.0, and that makes a big difference on the lighting. I'm in my room here in Orlando, Florida. Every light is turned off at the moment, just the light from the screen, and I have two big windows in this room, and it's daylight. It's right now 10:30 in the morning, so it's just natural light coming in. I'm going to show you now the Logitech C920, again without touching any settings, just as is, and you guys are gonna see a huge difference. Yes, the 4K camera has a lot more details and everything like that, but just looking at it without touching anything, without tweaking, to me, the C920 looks really good compared to a brand new camera, 4K at that. What is your guys' first impressions? The Logitech C920 is not only over 10 years old, but it also has autofocus, something that the 4K camera does not have. You can tell the 4K camera has a lot more definition, has more details, but it's very noisy. Again, that's my biggest gripe about it. And also the color is completely off. I know we can adjust. There's a lot of settings to play with. That's one thing Elgato does amazing, is the software. A lot of features, a lot of things you can do with it. But here's the thing. If you do not have a NVIDIA card, the RTX video cards, you're not going to be able to use a lot of the features. An example, I have the Radeon 7700 XT, and I cannot use the blur effect, the special effects that the camera is capable of, because again, I do not have an NVIDIA card. So if you have a Radeon and you want to use those settings, it ain't gonna happen. Now let's see what happens if I add some light to it. I'm gonna turn my Elgato key light, and the key light is at 100% brightness at 6700K. One thing I noticed from the 4K camera is that it seems like it has like a green tone to it. Now let me change the temperature on the light. And the key light, it's on my right side. So right now the light is at 2900K. Still not happy with it. It's very noisy. And 60 frames per second, it does look better, and the motion looks better than the Logitech. Of course, Logitech is only 30. Now I'm going to turn this light on. It's a bad location to have a light for this, so I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm going to try to tweak the settings, see if I can make it look a little bit better. I know I cannot fix my face, but let's see if I can do a better overall image and see if I can make this work. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's turn the auto exposure off. It got real dark in here. Let's see here. Let's do a few things. So adjusting a few settings, the image appears to be a bit better. But look at the ISO. It's over 2200. That's extremely high. You're gonna add a lot of noise to the image. So if we zoom in here, hey, what's up? You can tell the amount of noise this camera produces. It's outrageous. It's way too much. But this one thing I like about the Elgato, you can do this with the software, which is really, really cool. I mean, they nailed it. That's fantastic. But again, if the image overall is not that great, you know, it's too much work, especially if people that wants to stream, like playing games or whatnot, they're gonna be on a bit darker room, and they don't want tons of light on their face where they're almost blinded. And I think that's gonna be a problem. I don't know if it is gonna change anything. All right, it did change quite a bit. So you can see a lot more detail, like it's brightened up quite a bit more. Let's see if I change here. Now it's way too much. Yeah, no, I like the 1/20th. It was a bit better there. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back to standard. I like the standard better. All right, what about white balance? Turn that automatic feature off. Okay, all right. So this is, again, the software is phenomenal. You can do a lot of things with it. They nailed that part. Noise reduction. No way you guys want to use this with the noise reduction off. Check this out. Look at the amount of noise that it happens, and look at this. That's insane. That's insane. If I put the exposure automatic back on and the automatic here, it's just too much. It's not worth it, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's go to high on the noise reduction. It softens the image quite a bit. It's too blurry. I think the low is probably the best setting, but that's it. Overall, not happy with the camera. I think they could have done a little bit better job. The aperture being an f4.0, it's what's killing it. Like being like fixed focus, that's not an issue. I would be totally okay with that, but sorry, disappointed. At the moment, I cannot recommend this camera, but I highly recommend everything else so far. Keyboard, microphone, teleprompter, Stream Deck. Stream Deck is fantastic. Teleprompter, my God, it's top notch. And also the key light. Don't forget to leave your comments, subscribe, hit the like, and share this video. Until next time.